Andres de AA Sports back with more of my most liked content on Mexican football, specifically regarding the Mexico national team. And in this video, I got some more big news regarding the Mexico national team. In the conclusion of my last Selección video, I mentioned how their next games would be in March for the CONCACAF Nations League Final Four in Los Angeles. That is not the case anymore. Just a few days ago, the Mexico national team announced they will not only be playing two hybrid friendlies against South American club teams, but both games will also be held in the home stadiums of the South American club teams. On January 16th, the Mexico national team will be in Brazil, playing in Porto Alegre against Sport Club Internacional. And then on January 21st, they will go to Buenos Aires to play the Argentine Giants in River Plate. So now it will be two hybrid friendlies in South America that will kick off Mexico's 2025 year. My reaction to this news and these upcoming friendlies, excellent. I like this move by the national team and the Mexican Football Federation. This is something I think, and many others would probably say the same, that the federation should have been organizing and doing for a while now. Have hybrid friendlies against top tier clubs that will test your team rather than, the partidos moleros. Win, lose, or draw, these matches will help the national team. This will test them in a tough away environment and get them accustomed to playing in stadiums without a mostly pro-Mexico crowd. And playing against these teams, like they did against Valencia, a team playing in one of Europe's top 5 leagues, is the next best substitute for a game to help develop the team if unable to organize a match against a European national team instead of playing a Molero match against Grenada. No offense to Grenada, but in that scenario, Mexico is simply the better team in that example. And that is arguably the main reason why La Federación, the Mexican Football Federation, and the national team wanted to organize these two matches. Last year in October, they tried to organize a friendly against a European team, but because of the UEFA Nations League group stage matches, and now they will have World Cup qualifiers coming up, it will be really hard to get a friendly against them because of their schedules already. So the next best option is to play elite club teams that are as good as some national teams in Europe with their rosters, which will test your team and elevate their skills and therefore make them a more competitive team. Because there's only one way to compete against top tier national teams, and that is by constantly playing against them or against teams at their level and making adjustments, adapting, and learning how to win against them, matching their skill level. And these games will help the national team for Mexico do just that. If I had to give a grade for the federation in this scenario, I would give the federation an A- grade for organizing these matches. Again, I think it's great that they did this. However, I say A- mainly because I wish these two matches were during the international breaks scheduled by FIFA for this year in 2025, such as the break during the start of June, for example, prior to the Gold Cup. That way they have all of the A-team players on the roster and can put them to the test and develop them together. In June, during the international break, you would have Raúl Jiménez, for example, Julián Quiñones, Johan Vázquez, Edson Álvarez. All the players in Europe and abroad would be on the team at that time. Remember, these two friendly matches are in January and not part of the FIFA international calendar. So the convocatoria for these games will likely consist of mainly Liga MX players due to the main A-team players having club commitments. The only players that are part of the primary squad, the A-team, that might get called up for these matches are Cesar Montes and Luis Chavez, who play in the Russian league, which is currently in its winter break until March. But this will likely be a mostly Liga MX roster. And because it will be early in the Clausura season, I hope they can maybe call up Luis Malagon, Oziel Herrera, and finally give playing time to Marcelo Flores and Marcel Ruiz. But I do also hope they call up young players and develop them for the future. We'll see. It will be interesting to see what the roster will look like. But overall, I do like this, as this will only help elevate the level of the national team and Mexican footballers. Andres de AA Sports, let me know what you think in the comments down below, as Mexico will now have 2 hybrid friendlies in South America to start their 2025 year. Feel free to like and subscribe to help support the channel, and I will see you in the next sports episode.